I just paid $200 on this outfit. How does it look? It looks like shit. I'm so happy you're my friend. Thank you. I love you.
It's too good to be true, bro.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting new episode of Blazed Infused, the show where me and Jamie get blazed up on a new flower. Then we inform you all about it, so you don't gotta do nothing but just decide whether you want to spoke it. Spoke it?
Spoke it.
You know why I said spoke it?
Why?
Because I was gonna say either smoke it or put it in your pipe and smoke it. So spoke it came out. All right. Anyways, everybody, welcome.
You can do that too?
Welcome to another episode. I'm John Ares. This is Jamie.
What's up, y'all?
Jaime Cita. Obviously, we're both worried about deportation with last names like that, but what are you going to do? We're trying to make America evidently great again. Everybody, we have another fire strain. Might not be as popular as Maui Wowie or Sour Diesel, but it's still pretty friggin' popular. Today, we're joined by a nice little indica dominant strain called Apple Mints. Let's go down on the Apple Mints and see if she tastes like an orchard. Oh, wow. I enjoys the flavor, sir.
I do too, but what does it taste like?
Well, according to the experts, According to the people online who have taste buds, who haven't burnt them by years of marijuana abuse, it's a sweet and tangy, fruity apple flavor, which is accented by touches of sour citrus and fresh, sharp mint.
I definitely
Fruity
taste and smell sour citrus. I smell the apple, but I don't know if I taste it. Do you taste apple?
I taste smoke and weed, and I taste mouthwash.
Well, it tastes good, though.
You asked me. I'm just trying to be my authentic, true self and give you a real answer. All right, everybody, let's pull up the stats, too. Apple fucking Mints, everybody. Apple Mints is grown inside. It is a 70 to 30 indica dominant hybrid with a THC level measuring out at a pretty good 25%. The next thing we got to know is, it's been a while since we've checked in to see if, I don't know, could Daryl be the father? Let's check out the clip.
You are not.
Oh, fuck. One of these days, Daryl, we're going to get you a kid. The actual parents, we just found out. We just got word. Dun, 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 dun. Breaking news. Yeah. Remember the breaking news? Breaking news. Dun, 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 dun. This just in. Apple Fritter had a one-night stand with... Is it sherbet or sherbet?
I've had both of those strains, yeah.
Is it sherbet or sherbet? Sorbet?
Sherbet. No, sorbet is actually S-O-R-B-E-T.
Holy shit.
So it's sherbet. Sherbet?
No,
sherbet?
but there's no bert in the
I don't know if it's sherbet or sherbet. Sherbet. I've always said sherbet, but I don't know if that's correct because there's a lot of words that's true for.
Apple fritter and
both
whatever
apple
it is.
Fritter and sherbet are phenomenal strains.
Yeah, absolutely, Abso-fucking-lutely. The smell of this strain, guys, is a creamy lemon overtone accented by spicy menthol, sour apples, and a punch of sour diesel. No, spicy diesel.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to smell like the truck that you put in your Trumpmobile, except it's going to have some spice to it.
It does have a little spice to it, especially on the exhale.
You know what? I gotta stop.
What?
Not everybody, that supports Trump drives a fucking truck. Let's be honest.
No, some of them drive fucking Teslas. So, ugh.
Yeah, well, at least they're not setting fire to their Teslas.
Yet.
You know what's amazing about that? Okay, so the right wing flipped out when Dylan Mulvaney became the spokesperson for Bud Light because it was a trans woman. A trans woman representing my beer? Fuck no. So anyways, people like Kid Rock had an infamous video where he took like an AK-47 to 30 packs of Bud Light.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck this.
Cool.
This is going to teach them assholes. But now you got people protesting Elon Musk by setting fire to their $70,000 Teslas.
Yeah, like you showed him. He already paid for your shit. Like, I can't.
Dude. Yeah, that's, I get it, you're upset, but burning your own $70,000 Tesla in protest, but nobody cares. People are just, it's cannon fodder for people like us to talk about in a basement.
No,
You
there's
know?
some
That's
crazy
about as
fucked
far
up
as it
shit
goes,
going
bro.
on. So
I mean, you know.
I understand why people are mad. I just don't think that's probably the best way to prove anything at all.
Anyways, let's get back on with the show. So yeah, you know what it tastes like, you know what it smells like, you know that apple fritter and sherbet are the parents. How does it gonna make you feel? It's gonna give you.
I feel good.
It's gonna give you calming effects.
Doing
It's
it.
gonna make you happy. It's gonna make you hungry. It's going to make you sleepy, but it's also going to make you feel uplifted. It's also going to relieve symptoms of chronic pain, depression, insomnia, and nausea.
Okay.
Which is why I like to give people I drag down here from the street this exact strain.
You're going to need something stronger than that, hun.
No, I'm telling you. You know, I need something that acts like propofol.
Right. Right. Like I said, though, you're going to need something stronger than that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, shit. Hey, have you ever noticed that there's, I mean...
What the fuck?
That's not what I meant to say.
Clearly.
No, have you ever noticed that there's no uncircumcised dildos?
Why would they be? Because even when an uncircumcised penis is hard, you don't see the foreskin. And a dildo's supposed to be a hard dick.
But there's still more skin to slide around on the shaft regardless. I'm just saying.
That don't matter.
I'm just saying. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that every dildo ever made is fucking circumcised. What is every dildo Jewish in nature? You know? I mean, no, it's just a true story. It's like nobody's ever seen a baby pigeon. Nobody's ever seen an uncircumcised dildo. Okay?
All right.
It's that time of the week, everybody, where we get to John's Diary.
Dear Diary.
Or not John's Diary. It's just called Dear Diary.
But know that it would never be me, guys.
It could never be me. Never be me. No, no. What song is that? It was one of those, I think it was Hole or Courtney Love.
Yes,
when she was
it was
all
a grunge band.
heroin out and angry that she was going to get caught for plotting to kill her husband. She's like, it'll never be me. No.
She didn't get caught though, did she?
Courtney Love. What a waste of a soul.
Oh my God.
Anyways, here's an entry picked out from our Dear Diary entry this past week, everybody. Today is the 1 month anniversary since I started seeing that new girl. She still hasn't seen me yet, but I don't think that's an issue. It definitely has been a special occasion recently as I got to see the inside of her bedroom for the first time. It's amazing how clean her windows are. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. What? Okay. Alrighty then, moving on. Jamie, if you and I were out on a blind date.
Okay, so we just met for the first time.
We are meeting for the first time.
We're meeting for the first
on
time.
this. We got no idea what one another looks like, what our personalities are yet. Fucking nothing. Okay.
Oh, so it's blind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
So we're out on a blind date. What's running through your mind as you see me for the first time and as I sit down at the table?
Am I already sitting down waiting for you and you sit down?
Dude, I didn't read that fucking deep into it. Am I wearing a tie? Are you wearing a blouse?
No.
Are we at an Italian restaurant or a steakhouse?
None of that matters.
Okay. I don't know who's sitting down.
Okay.
Let's say I'm sitting down first.
Okay. My first impression based on looks alone, right? And energy. Sorry, I'm just trying to come out with something that's not
What's running through your mind as you see me for the first time as you sit down at our table?
That you're reasonably cute.
Reasonably cute.
Look pretty young for your age. That would be something I thought. Probably because of how you dress.
Yeah, and probably because I would never reveal my real age to anybody at this age.
Even though I know it.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, true. I get your point. I get your point.
Yeah.
And as long as you weren't polishing your silverware or the salt shaker because it had schmeg on it or your germaphobeness wasn't coming out in the moment that I saw you, I'd probably be like, all right, cool.
Yeah, just because I'm a little germophobic doesn't mean I'm going to clean other people's houses. You know, if I notice filth, I just stay away from it. I'm not going to clean it.
Right, but as long as you weren't doing anything to like overtly get my attention in that area, I think I'd be good.
Okay.
I'd be like, all right, let's see what's up.
All right. Well, thank you. Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to be as happy with my answer.
I expect you to be a total asshole.
No, no. You expect me to give an answer that's going to be the most satirical.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing.
Okay. Hey, it's all for the sake of the show. No, dude, why do I have to keep explaining this to you?
Why do you feel the need to explain it to me?
It's like you're a magician's assistant for like David Copperfield, and you keep asking him throughout the show like fucking questions when he's trying to perform.
I think it's you.
Or you're like, is this real? Wait a minute. Are we? Should we be doing this? And it's just like, dude, you were hired to,
Dude, I think it's you.
Okay, probably. Probably.
What do you think that I would expect from you, John?
I don't know. Okay. Okay.
You certainly aren't going to be like, oh my God, the potential love of my life, the most beautiful girl I ever saw.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
No, okay. So in this case, you would be seated at the table, and I would walk into the restaurant, and I'd be like, I have a reservation. I'm looking for in the maitre d's. And he points me in that direction, and
that actually makes some sense based on my personality, because I just don't give a fuck. So I probably traumatized the maitre d' on my way in.
Yeah, so I walk over to the table, and I think to myself, fuck me.
Not in a good way.
No, I think to myself, oh my God, this girl I bet she has a great personality.
Fuck you. Oh God.
Oh, fucking A. No, I mean,
Let me make it easier for you. Okay, if I say a few things that'll be slightly insulting, maybe you'll free up yourself a little bit.
No, I'm trying.
Some of my first thoughts might be, well, for a white guy, right? Secondly,
fair enough.
Secondly, wonder why you felt the need to look like you're in high school or college all the time. Well, at least in the first encounter. I don't know what you'd be wearing.
Dude,
those.
I don't understand how I'm supposed to dress.
You're not. You're supposed to dress like you.
Based on my age. What am I supposed to be doing? Still wearing the type of pants I wore in the mid-90s with a fucking tucked-in flannel?
No, absolutely not.
With a pair of Carhartts on? I mean, is that how I'm supposed to look? Dude,
I like your look. I've told you this several times. But that might be something that crosses my mind if I was approaching the table
I got
on a first date.
I got a 2025 Jordan hoodie on, fucking Under Armour joggers, socks, and fucking slides.
Look at him
on.
defending himself now. You see,
just because high school kids might have this, a similar outfit on, doesn't mean.
Why are you getting so offended?
I'm not getting offended.
Yes, you are. You're trying to justify
Dude,
all this stuff based on one comment I said.
I should have been on the debate club.
Really?
As schools match tits.
Really?
Oh, fuck yeah. No, I will always stand up for the Constitution and for my rights. Dude, I'm a straight white guy. Do you understand how oppressed I am?
Well, I mean, if I agreed to go on a blind date with a middle-aged white guy, I'd be surprised. Unless he had the most fantastic personality I've ever encountered in my existence on this planet.
Dude, you're middle-aged.
Yeah.
So what the fuck does middle-aged have to do with anything? You're talking about it like it's Middle Earth.
I guess.
Are you all crusty compared to 18 years old?
No.
Exactly. So when you get middle-aged, I used to be so ageist when I was young. I thought people our age were done having sex. Nothing worked.
Wow.
Yeah, nothing worked down there.
At 40?
Yeah, nothing worked down there. Everybody became asexual. Nobody fucked after 40.
What?
I thought everything just fell apart. The body just got smelly and nasty. And
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's just insane rhetoric.
And now that I'm older, I realize, I really feel and don't look too different from when I was 21. So, I mean,
Random aches and pains maybe, but those go away.
I don't even even really, yeah, well, okay, I do. Okay, I can't say that. But I think that's my own fault more than, anyone else's fault.
Well, I guess.
I'm rising because I'm taking, I'm taking responsibilities for my actions.
Okay.
See, I just called myself out. All right, so we're out on this blind date, okay? We've already shared with each other what's running through our mind. What are some of the red flags that would make you go, oh, hell no, in your head? As we're sitting there getting to know each other, ordering our dinner and our drinks and shit, what is going through your head as far as red flags that are making you go, this ain't gonna fucking work?
When any of your germaphobness comes out, for one,
you would be surprised. This is why
how much you can hide
This
it.
is why I'm worthy of a fucking Oscar. Because I consider myself to be a performer. You know, when I get on this show, I elevate my whole being. No different than when I was playing in a band on stage. I wouldn't just sit there and stare at my shoes like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would get fucking into it. I would dance. I don't go to a club to sit in the corner and fucking plot which woman I'm going to chloroform. I go there to fucking dance. Yeah, contrary to popular fucking satire on the show. But Jamie takes everything at face value.
No, I think it's funny that I take that at face value.
Okay, so anyways, believe it or not, when I'm on a first date, dude, even when I used to be a hardcore smoker of cigarettes, I wouldn't smoke before the date whatsoever because I didn't want to come across as if I was like fucking that ball of smoke that follows. I didn't want to smell like an ashtray. No, I didn't. So I showered before the date, and I literally did not smoke a cigarette until the date was over. And I would find out during the course of the date what she thought of smoking. If she couldn't date someone that was like that, I'm like, all right, I'm never going to smoke around her. And I was able to hide it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe you wholeheartedly. I just don't know how I feel about it.
Well, you don't need to feel any which way about it. All right. So anyways, so a red flag for you would be my germophobia. I don't really have germophobia at a restaurant other than believing and washing my hands before dinner.
Yeah, that's not going to be an issue, obviously.
If you think I'm a germophobia for wanting to wash my hands before I eat, fuck you.
No. If you showed any of your
I don't carry around a bottle of sanitizer in the restaurant with me.
Other red flags would be showing tendencies for things, gaslighting, stuff like that. Not that you do those things. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to think of things that would be.
Can you explain to me what the fuck gaslighting is? Because I keep hearing that. Lighten the gas.
It's like when I try to explain how I feel about something and you manipulate it into I'm the issue instead of looking at it as at face value.
Okay. So you're picking up on signs that I have years of emotional trauma going on, which has turned me into that type of...
And if I felt like you were not aware of it or dealing with it at all or healing from it, that would be the biggest red flag there is.
Oh, yeah. The truth hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the biggest red flag there is. Not
as much as sitting on a bicycle with the seat missing.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but...
But it hurts.
Yeah, I bet.
It fucking hurts. All right, okay, well, fuck it, Get ready. Get ready to have your fucking heart stomped on.
No, none of this will surprise me.
All right. Yapping too much. This one loves to talk.
He's telling me about yapping?
This one loves to talk. Especially about things like astrology. Like she's a fucking space witch.
What's a space witch?
I don't know. You probably blame Mars being in retrograde for your pussy being too dry. You're fucking...
That's hilarious.
Your fucking conspiracy theories make Alex Jones look like Alex Trebek. We would be halfway through dinner and she'd be like, I'm picking up, I would be eating my pasta fajoule, and she'd be like, I'm picking up on some energy that you might be a hybrid between a human and a reptilian.
Yo.
And I would just be
red flags right there.
Fucking check, please.
Definite red flags.
And speaking of check, please, we get on to phase 3 of this blind date. What excuse or list of excuses would you just come up with to get out of the date? You're like, dude, I can already tell, even now that we've ordered our entrees and I've been
I'm not doing this.
No.
Absolutely not.
There are enough fish in the sea and I have a vibrator at home I am not dealing with this crazy white guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what excuse are you going to come up with to get out of that
Probably
shit?
something related to my kids, because it's something somebody else won't ever question. If I'm like, my kid is sick, or my kid this, or my kid that, it's like, oh, okay, you know, go take care of that.
Yeah, that would have been a red flag for me.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, kids? Oh, fuck. Yeah, go take care of them.
Yeah, see ya, bye.
Have a nice life. Yeah, kids.
So there. If I didn't have kids though, I'd like pretend to be sick or something. Probably, I don't know.
I don't know. I can't think comedically, or you know, I can only
Shut the fuck up. You want me to say that I'd go like find our server and like tell her to come over and be like, your mom's on the phone. You need to come to the phone. Why wouldn't she have called my cell phone? Like, I don't know.
Evidently, you don't have to get out of too many situations because, you know.
No, I don't, because
Okay.
I'm like the realest there is.
All right. Well, all right.
Authenticity, buddy.
I would come back from the bathroom and tell you that I just shit out part of my gallbladder.
I would say at that point, well, then go take care of that.
Or maybe I go old school and say that I forgot that I left a pie in the oven.
Really? You think I would believe that shit?
Play it 1950s housewife. I forgot I got to wash my hair
That would be
tonight.
a dumb move on your part. If you want me to not really know that you're,
Okay, how about this?
you know, taking off.
How about this? You know, I take out some cash and I'm like, listen, Jamie, I got this. I don't think it's going to work out. It's really not you. It's me. I think I realized just now that I'm gay.
I'd probably give you a hug.
Yeah, I think that's the best one. I just realized I'm gay. You are the person I had to go out on a date with for me to finally realize that I am gay. Yeah. Or I would just tell you I'm feeling suicidal. This experience has me feeling like I want to swallow a rifle, so I think I'm going to excuse myself.
I would appreciate you and like you so much more if you did that, because even if we weren't going to be romantic after that, I would try to be your friend.
Why would we even possibly be romantic if
We're
it's
on a
not going
blind-
well? We're both trying to make excuses for why we want to get out on a date.
Yes, but like just seeing that side of your personality, if you were that bull-faced honest about it and also funny, I would respect it. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, yo. You don't know.
But see,
don't know.
that's just it. Like, I'm more me on this show, I think, than I am in real life. I don't say a lot of the things to you off camera because I think you're going to take it, like, seriously. But I would totally treat you more like I treat other people and roast your ass more, like, you know. Or not roast your ass, but, like, be more like, I don't know.
Be more like me.
Yeah. Be an asshole.
Yeah.
Tell you like it is.
I'm still going to be around, y'all, just because I don't know what to tell you. You know?
Hey,
like,
I just paid $200 on this outfit. How does it look? It looks like shit. I'm so happy you're my friend. Thank you. I love you. Oh, fucking Jesus crow.
You
All right.
still love me, though, so shut the fuck up.
Would you still love me?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Exactly.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. If we had to be roommates for a month with no escape, we had to be roommates. Just you and I, you and I are going to be roommates for a month. No escape. What would you be most fearful of?
Fearful of?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Like, probably, like, you being weird about shit. Like, stupid, little, insignificant shit, but a lot of them. Like, where something was put or left or belongs, or the state of something if it hadn't gotten tended to right away, or vice versa. Stuff like that.
Can you give me an example? Yeah, like if you throw like your fucking shoes across the living room, like when you take them off, or like, I don't know. Yeah, like dumb shit, of course.
Yeah, like if I left my shoes in front of the couch, because when I sat down to eat dinner and like chill out, that's the first time I took my shoes off for the day, so I didn't put them where they belong.
No, I would hide in my bedroom, so I wouldn't give a fuck what you did in the living room.
So you'd never come out of your room?
Probably not. With you as my roommate? Maybe to share a bowl or two during the day, but for the most part, I would be fucking locked away. or I wouldn't be
Why,
home.
is that how you'd stay sane?
Oh, yeah. You know, I don't know. I mean, dude, I've never hit a woman before, and I don't want to start now. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Jesus.
A person can only take so much honesty.
I would personally be afraid of you standing over me, like, breathing heavy when I, like, wake up, you know, in the middle of the night.
What? Why?
No, I just feel like I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night. Like,
Why?
and, like, you're just, like, hovering above me, like, breathing heavy.
I might be saging your bedroom, but...
Yeah, well, fuck. I don't know why you'd be doing that, but yeah.
Because your energy, if you keep it to yourself all the time like that, there's like, to me, there's a reason.
Okay, yeah. If you want to come into my room during the day and sage the fuck out of it, go for it. But like,
not while you're sleeping.
Yeah, don't.
No, yeah, I wouldn't try to hide it from you. Why would I try to hide it from you?
Don't hover over me while I'm sleeping, bro.
No, I would have no desire to do that, John. That's cringy as fuck.
Well, I mean, most of the things I fear are like, like literally, like, I don't know, being murdered in my sleep.
What the fuck?
That's
an irrational fear.
Seeing that you left your underwear behind on like the bathroom floor.
No, I wouldn't do that.
And then like without even trying to look, I know this is a giant like skid mark on it and shit.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my God, what is wrong with you?
Or I don't know. Maybe all your hair ends up clogging up.
That would be an issue.
Clogging up the shower.
I have to clean the drain every single shower.
Yeah,
but I do that. I clean the drain every single shower.
Maybe you don't do nothing about it. Maybe I smack you around a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe we make it more like it's the 1950s.
You could try.
Yeah, I mean that's one way we could definitely work our way out of it.
Yo.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either, dude. I don't think you'd be the worst roommate though, honestly. Like I can think of people I'd much rather not live with. Like we could easily like.
No, I could let you talk to some landlords and some other roommates of mine.
And they'd be like, don't live with John?
No, I'm clean as fuck. I'm quiet as fuck. And I usually do stay to myself.
Right.
I'll spend an hour or two in the common areas. But for the most part, I'm either gone at work, out with friends or whatever, or I'm in my room. But for the most part, like I pick up after myself. Like you don't even know I'm there.
At this point in my life, I think I would be the same. I haven't had a roommate in many years. But
no.
If I had to live with a roommate again.
Yeah, if you were alone.
Right. Obviously.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Bring the kids along and a whole nother story.
Yeah. The kids would have rain. It's inevitable.
Whole nother story.
I don't think that would come on. No. Plus, I don't need a third kid.
Dude, I'm pretty self-sufficient. I'm pretty self-sufficient.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I don't shit in the house and I don't pee on the rug.
Well, that's good too.
How about this? What if you and I had to like pose as a married couple and go to like the Met Gala for some reason? Like, let's say we were undercover FBI agents or some shit like that. And I don't know, for some reason we had to wear microphones. We had to pose as if we're a married couple going into a fucking high dollar event.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one of us is going to blow our cover that we're not actually fucking married? And what's going to be said or done that blows our cover?
Well, I could be so good at stuff like that, but at the same time, my impulsiveness with my words sometimes, like how fast my brain works, I'm worried that I would just say something real stupid, not thinking, and do that. Right? Yeah. But
I'm glad we're in agreement.
So I guess I would say that. But like, if I got real into it, you'd be surprised what I'd be capable of.
Okay, that didn't answer the question. Which one of us would blow it? So
I said me with my mouth.
Okay, you with your mouth. So you don't think I'd blow it?
Well, there's potential.
Holy fuck!
What?
This shit's powerful. I'm fucked up. And that was today's hits.
I don't know, John. What do you think?
I would have to have a couple drinks.
For sure.
And that's all it's going to take me. I'm going to have 2 or 3 fucking Irish whiskeys, like McConnell's Irish whiskey on the rocks. And I am going to be so fucking loose-lipped that, I don't know, either my mouth is going to get me or the fact that people are going to see me hitting on other women.
Right.
One of those two things is going to slip. Like you would I'm going to be at the bar fucking 3 or 4 fucking drinks deep and I'm going to be like, yo, you should fucking see this bitch I'm with, bro. Like,
Yeah.
And that's people, what? Like, aren't you married? Like, oh, yeah. But I'm still saying, you should see this bitch I'm with. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be something like in that realm.
Well, maybe you shouldn't drink, buddy.
If I'm out of, I mean, that would probably be ideal, but I would still probably hit on other women.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't really blame you. You're not, like, I think especially when there's, if there's like in a situation like that, if you saw a good looking woman like eyeing you, are you going to pass that up because you're fake married? You know what I mean? Like,
it depends on like how critical the job is. You
I
know,
suppose.
if we're trying to, like prevent like some movie plot from happening, then, I don't know. I would think that you would definitely talk too much shit about me, actually.
What do you mean, like?
Like you would just talk too much shit about me to other people that people would be like, there's no way that well, actually, maybe they would believe that we're married because of the level of shit that we would talk about each other.
Yeah, that's true too. There's that side of that coin.
Shit. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, you would have to go out on the porch at some point and smoke a couple J's or some shit.
Oh, are you kidding? Absolutely. I would definitely have like at least a gummy and a joint on standby, or who knows? For sure.
And then, I don't know. We might blow our cover that way.
What, smoking weed?
Either you smoking or me drinking. One of the two. Probably me drinking.
Yeah, you're right. It could, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Me drinking's a problem. I love to drink. I love the fucking feeling.
I've never even been around you when you've been fucked up like that.
It's fun as fuck. I am like the life of the... You think I'm fun now?
Well, sometimes.
Well, dude, I'm... No, you'd probably be one of the people that would... I don't know. You'd probably think I was obnoxious.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but I don't get obnoxiously, like, shit-faced anymore. It's just enough to, like, loosen up, but enough to, like, give me a hangover the next day, which kind of blows. I don't know. That's why, I mean, as long as I prepare for it with like a lot of water beforehand, I mean, I can kind of ease the pain.
I can have you drink something before you go to bed that will make it so you don't have a hangover.
I am
the
not
next day.
taking any of your fucking snake oil bullshit, bro.
It's not snake oil, you dumbass.
Or
don't be ignorant.
Okay, or then it's going to be some kind of fucking weird concoction that no one's ever heard of.
Or coconut water.
But considering that the fucking vaccination I took, the FDA had never heard of, I mean...
yeah, like seriously, get your act together.
Why not? How about if we had to switch lives for a day? Like, you were in my body, and I was in your body. Like, So we
were going about our normal lives just with, like, our kind of, like, souls switched or something.
Yeah, it was like... It's like that fucking...
Parent Trap shit?
Yeah.
When they switch the mother and the daughter?
Yeah, I think there's been a million movies. I'm literally a stuttering, stammering jackass right now that can't think of... I don't know, like Freaky Friday or Lindsay Lohan and fucking Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, Richard Simmons.
Yep.
I don't know, one of those fucking people. But
yep.
Anyways, if we switched lives for a day, how long... you can help me out here as you see me fucking struggling.
Listen, so I'm already... My gears are already turning. And all I can say is...
How long into the day until people... For Christ's sakes, I'm asking you to try helping me read the question, but you can't bring your eyes down, so I'm going to have to do it. If we had to switch lives for a day, how long into the day do you think we'd last before people would start to suspect that we weren't ourselves?
Okay, if I was you for a day... Listen,
yes.
There's only one thing I'm interested in doing if I'm going to be a male for a day. I'm not even making it about you. So if I got into your body, people would suspect right away, because I'd be doing all kinds of shit that you probably normally don't do.
But wouldn't it be in private?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? What are these things you want to do? Okay.
People would still see if I was bringing girls down here or something.
Well, how far into the day? Which one of us would get farther? I believe it would be you because I have a lot more independence than you do. I would have to wake up with your children each morning at an ungodly hour that I am fucking not used to.
I wake up way before them, but you wouldn't have to.
How long into the morning until your kids are like, who the fuck is inside my mom? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, by the time they wake up, I've been up for hours. So they don't usually experience when I first wake up unless it's from a nap.
No, but I'm in your body now.
Yeah. So they're immediately going to be like, what's wrong with her?
I'm going to be absolutely miserable. I don't want to see anybody like the first hour at least that I'm awake. No talking to anybody.
Yeah, so you'd be a dead giveaway is what you're saying.
Yeah. Whereas you have at least 2 or 3 hours after I wake up until somebody expects you to make an appearance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you would have a lot
more
time.
All I'd have to do is go upstairs and give your dad a big hug and tell him how much I love him, and he'd immediately be like, where's John? Tell me I'm wrong.
Wow. That one fucking stung.
Sorry, that's funny and true. I thought you were well aware of who who you are and who he is and the dynamic at play. No judgment, just saying.
Yeah, no
Wouldn't
judgment. Just saying it's a fucking mess.
I did not say that. But tell me I'm wrong. That's a good one. He would immediately be like,
all right. You have to argue every time I confront you.
okay, bye.
Okay, bye. What? Is that like...
I just shut the door on that conversation.
No. Is that your way of saying, like if we were on the phone, you would have just hung up then? Like, okay, blah.
No, not necessarily.
If we had to team up in a zombie apocalypse, how long would we be?
I actually think we'd last a while.
I don't.
Why?
It really all depends on some factors that like are too much to put in the original question, such as do we have to drag along your kids?
Okay.
How many guns do you have?
A few, but I can get a lot more.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't get too far into this. Like, where do you put them in your house? Like, do you have a license?
Yes, I do have a license. Anyways, but I have a survivalist background also, right? So like, and I'm a fucking phenomenal shot, and I'm good with a knife, really good. So I don't know, like, what else you want from me? All
right. You'd be able to, like, cook and clean the meat that I kill.
Yes, I can do all that shit.
Yeah, you might even be able to make some kind of an antiseptic after some...
For sure, 100%.
Out of some fucking tree
I
sap.
could tell you the recipe right now.
Don't you make it out of fucking sap?
It's like...
You can make an antiseptic
you can make one out of sap, but there's also that clingy moss that grows. That's the best antiseptic there is.
But like, you really got to know like which fucking sap or moss you're taking.
Yes,
so if you take the wrong one, you're gonna fucking kill the person. So like, you really
that's
need
extreme,
to.
But no, you need to know your shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that shit.
In terms of being the guy who's a stormtrooper, that's gonna be me. I've already been preparing for the end of the world for fucking decades now.
Great.
So, yeah.
Great.
But at the same time, it's like I don't want to. You know, like
right. I don't want to kill any animals. I don't want to raise and kill them.
No, dude. I'm just saying, like, if there's like a nuclear like bomb that heads towards us, I want it to literally hit me on top of the head.
Right, because you're just not trying to deal with the aftermath.
Dude, I don't want to deal with the aftermath whatsoever. I'm not. I don't want to be Denzel Washington like I'm in the Book of Eli, bro.
Or fucking Will Smith and I Am Legend.
Yeah, dude. I don't want to have my own I Am Legend. Well, actually, I do. I do. His house was so well stocked.
Yeah, he had everything.
Yeah, he had fucking
access
everything.
Access to cars, access to just everything.
But he was so hell-bent on finding the cure that he kept fucking with the infected, and then they eventually tracked him down. But, had he just kept stealing cars and fucking shooting
only going out in the day and
shooting at fucking wildlife in a, sports car, he could have had,
Yeah.
He still would have eventually hooked up with that girl and the child. But he had to save everybody. That's why he had, like, the savior time with the question mark thing. Anyways, this is boring.
3 little birds.
Oh, yeah. He loved Bob Marley. That's why he named his kid.
I almost wore a Bob Marley shirt today.
Marley. I'm watching a show that has an actor in it, and his name is Bob Morley. And I am 100% certain, without even looking it up, that his parents probably named him Bob.
Just because his last name is Marley?
Yeah, exactly. Even though it's not Marley, it's Morley. The
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's kind of like me naming my kid Just Kidding, or some shit like that.
Just in case.
Best concert moment.
Oh.
You mind if I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just some rapid fire.
Yeah.
Literally the
Mine
best.
Mine won't be rapid fire.
Yeah. Well, okay, maybe not rapid fire then. The first concert I ever went to, like, on my own, like, not completely on my own. Like, I think I was still at the age where, like, parents had to drop us off.
Okay, yeah.
But me and a buddy went to see this, like, underground metal band named Propane.
At that place we both know?
Yeah. Yeah. So I went to see this band called Propane at this local club that we both know.
Yeah.
It was my first time ever being at like a metal show, and I loved metal. I was like 14, 15 fucking years old. The entire time they were on stage, I headbanged. Like hard. I just kept...
Oh, and the next day your neck hurt like a bitch.
The next fucking day, I couldn't even pick my neck up. I literally had to wear one of those neck fucking braces. Do you understand?
You had a good time. You had a good time.
Do you understand the level of fucking ridicule that I took in the days at school? Hey, why is your neck fucked up? Did you fall off your bike or something? No, I headbanged too hard at a concert. Like, I literally had to tell people that I was fucking crucified at school, dude, for having fucking...
I say you had a good time.
Yeah, I had a great time. It's just kind of like a great night of drinking. Sometimes the hangover isn't worth the price of admission. You know? For some reason, I was at a Dave Matthews Band concert.
I've been to several.
And I don't know why I chose to do this. Because, I mean, sometimes when I was younger, I would be pee shy, meaning I couldn't pee around other men. So when you are at a public event, you don't find bathrooms really too often that are like singles unless you can find a sandy can. And or I don't know. But when I drink, I could pee in front of Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
So it definitely wasn't that. I was fucked up. There's no doubt about that. But for some reason, I remember going inside of the janitor closet. I went inside the janitor closet, closed the fucking door. It was open for some reason. And I remember peeing inside of like the yellow bucket that you would mop with.
Oh my fuck.
Yeah. And I just closed the door and I'm like, hey, you know, crash into me. Yeah. Fucking.
That's a lie.
This one time in college, going to UMass. I can say UMass.
I went there more in high school than
I mean, I
college.
didn't go to UMass, but I pretty much should have because all my friends fucking did. Anyways, I used to go to a bunch of shows there. You know, a lot of fucking...
I've been to a few, yeah.
A lot of fucking bands used to come through fucking...
Stained.
UMass. Stained.
I know. I feel the same.
Anyways, fucking...
it's really Aaron Lewis, but yeah.
Why? Because he's a Trump supporter?
No, because he's a douchebag.
Well, hey... there's a pot calling the kettle black.
Fuck off.
No, I meant for the... wrong context. I'm stoned, everybody. I'm sorry. This strain's doing a great job. What in the fuck? No. So anyways, I went to a fucking concert, dude, where I got so high and so drunk in a dorm room that by the time we walked to the concert, got into the venue, I literally was passed out in my seat the entire fucking time.
So what show?
Counting Crows. When they were at their fucking peak
Long
of
December
fucking success.
Or the first one. Hey, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones there, or...
You know, the fucking Mr. Jones where his shirt's like riding up so you can see his fucking belly button? That one.
Yeah. Tell each other fairy tales.
Yeah, evidently he was ridiculed as fuck for that video. Ridiculed as fuck. I mean, I'm ridiculing him right now, and it's like 30 years later.
Well, I mean, for one to miss, it's... I don't know.
Here's a retarded thing. Pearl Jam used to be my favorite band. Pearl Jam was Pearl Jam's first CD.
Yeah.
Was the first CD I ever bought as CDs were coming out.
Okay. It might have been mine, too.
In 1990 or 91.
92, I thought
I think I got it at Kmart when it used to be enclosed, like the CD or the tape was enclosed in like one of those giant plastic, you know.
So you couldn't steal it.
Yeah. But so the one time I ever got to see Pearl Jam, we never made it into the show.
Why?
We drove 2 hours away to the venue. We got super drunk and super high, ended up meeting a bunch of cool people, partied the entire concert in the parking lot, and never went into the show. And then I drove home literally falling asleep every 2 seconds like this.
Oh my God. That's dangerous.
The only reason I made it home, I'm white.
Why, you got pulled over and they didn't do anything?
No, I mean, I don't know. Maybe because I did the speed limit. I don't know. But, dude, that was one of those times I should have not been driving.
Yeah, I bet. Sounds like it. And I'm still disappointed you didn't see Pearl Jam, but you don't seem to be, so that's cool. You had a time of your life.
Yeah, but, you know,
and you're still alive to tell the story.
Those are my favorite moments. But I mean, okay, all satire aside, I have had some incredible fucking moments. I've seen Tool in a Perfect Circle a number of times. I've traveled to Toronto and Montreal from here to actually see them outdoors live in the summertime, like one of those road trips with the boys. Yeah. Some of the best times of my life. Yeah. So Tool has always been amazing. Stone Temple Pilots back when Scott Weiland was alive.
Seen them too, yep.
That was one of my better shows. One of the worst shows I saw was back when Candlebox was huge.
I love
back in the mid to late.
Really?
Oh, dude, back in the mid to late '90s, the show I was at, like he couldn't hit any of the notes.
I wonder why.
Like the singer was off key the entire time because
that
back then
sucks. That would be so disappointing.
Back then, I don't think they had in-ear monitors. I don't think he could hear himself. I mean, you wouldn't believe when you're at a show, when you're on stage, you can't hear like you can hear them on a CD.
Right.
It is just a wall of sound.
Yep.
That's why all musicians now wear these in-ears. And they can hear a click track and pretty much either...
Everything, yeah.
No. They hear a click-clack, a click-clack. They hear the fucking click track. They hear the drums. They hear a little bit of their bass, maybe the other guitar, and their own guitar.
Yep.
A little bit of the vocal. Well, fucking everything. but they get their own mix right in the ears, is my point. So anyways, what is your fucking favorite concert moment?
It would have to be...
Going to the Grateful Dead?
At Woodstock.
Which one?
99.
You went to Woodstock 99?
Of course.
Isn't that the fucked up one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So many moments at that place. But
how did you make it?
I didn't even stay. I left early on Sunday. I didn't stay for the absolute wreaking havoc Sunday evening. I wasn't there when all that shit went down. But I do understand why it happened. And
was it Korn was the last band?
No. But Saturday night in a row, it was crazy. The lineup was like Seven Dust, Rage Against the Machine, Limp Bizkit, Kid Rock first, then Limp Bizkit, then Korn, then Metallica. Is who ended the show. So all those right in a row was insane. But
which night was Korn?
Saturday night.
So you saw that?
Oh yeah,
because I've seen the Korn footage is probably one of the more insane footage because shit was starting to burn when Korn was on stage.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Korn was on.
There was some fires, but it wasn't like Sunday night.
Or I don't know. People, who was the band that was on stage when everything started to burn in the crowd? Because I've seen the documentary
on Sunday. I have too. I thought it was Bush.
No, it wasn't Bush.
Because didn't they it wasn't Korn. Because I was there Saturday and there was some shit going on. There was some fireworks being set off and some fires happening, but it wasn't the devastation that happened at the end of the festival when they burned down the sound booth and everything like that. That wasn't that. That was like shit got that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing you got out of there before shit got crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy regardless. You saw that mosh pit. You saw, they had to stop the show and be like...
Were you anywhere near the stage when Korn played Blind?
Yes. I'm just on the outskirts of the pit. I wasn't going in that pit. Dude, I'm sorry. You can call me a pussy. Go watch the footage for yourself. And I used to love mosh pits. I wasn't touching that fucking pit.
The Korn Blind mosh pit from Woodstock 99 is still up there as one of the greatest of all time.
It has to be.
Just people were just fucking out of their tits, bro.
Crazy. It was crazy. And that's when I think it was after that they came out and was like, the show can't go on until you guys let all these injured people out for medical attention.
Yeah, a bunch of assholes you guys were.
I wasn't in the pit.
Yeah, but still, you were part of it.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
You were part of the problem. I wouldn't be surprised if you were the one that fucking caused the chain reaction that caused the whole thing to happen.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because I have that power.
Yeah. So you went to Woodstock.
This is not my favorite part. We're just talking about Woodstock now because you're interested, and that's all well and good. I have a bunch of stories about Woodstock, but my favorite concert moment ever because of the intensity was when Metallica played "Turn the Page," and right at the uptick of the song, and What are you doing?
I just don't, dude. I am literally on the verge of an anxiety attack or puking. I am that fucking stoned.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyways, are you gonna be okay?
It's my own mind.
Are you gonna be okay?
I am literally struggling with my own ability to control anxiety. Yeah, I told you, Indica's fucking, yeah. Dude, if you want a fucking powerful fucking Indica, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna finish the story. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Metallica was playing Turn the Page, and right at the uptick of the song, when it started to get faster, the drummer hit the drums, and simultaneously the lightning cracked and thunder at the same time, back to back, and the sky opened up and it started to pour. And that was just an insane moment. The energy of that show was something I'd never felt before. So I'll never forget it.
Too bad they weren't playing Ride the Lightning. No, I'm serious.
I get it, but
all the fucking songs though, Turn the Page, that's Bob Seger.
I'm aware, but they're two completely different songs. When you feel like that's one of those songs that I actually appreciate the cover for, because it gives me a completely different feeling, and I still love the song. A lot of songs that are
in the spotlight, a million
I love Bob Seger too.
Away.
I do love Bob Seger. Do you like Bob Seger?
I don't know. He's not on my playlist, but I'm sure I like some songs.
I love Bob Seger. I love all of his songs pretty much.
But like so many people have covered that song, Turn the Page. It's like insane.
True.
It's like so over-covered now.
I don't listen to any other covers. I've only heard Metallica. Other than the original one, I've only heard Metallica. Who else covers it?
I love Metallica.
Me too.
You realize I had Metallica's like first 4 albums?
Sure. I think I do too. I think I have them now.
In my Walkman, all 4 years of high school.
That's a blast from the past.
Yeah, a Walkman.
Did you have a Sony Sports Walkman that was yellow?
Dude, I didn't want to be that trendy guy.
Really? I'd expect you to be exactly that.
I did, but like it was expensive. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't come from that kind of family.
I bought my own.
It was big money.
Yeah.
Big money, big money.
I started babysitting when I was 12 and had how many clients? I always had money. I always had money as a kid. It was crazy to think about now. It pisses me off because I literally always had money. I had plenty of it when I was a kid going through high school and stuff.
Did you start out picking cucumbers?
No, I actually picked corn before I could get a job on the books. That summer, me and Erica and Kim, I won't give last names, but you could probably figure out who, went to a farm at 4 a.m. every morning and picked corn for 3.5 hours and then went back to the barn and packed it in crates. And we got paid $150 cash every Friday. And $150 cash in, 1994 or 3 or whatever it was like a lot of money for a kid. So, yeah, I was balling.
Old McJamie went... wait a minute. Old McJamie had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. No, went to a farm.
Went to a farm.
And picked some corn.
Yeah.
All right.
She and her friends, they picked some corn.
I don't know how in the fuck we got on this topic, but anyways.
That's what happens when you're stoned, y'all. One tangent leads to another, to another, to another.
Let me give you guys a quick update on the Apple Mint. Even though it's a 70-30 Indica, I don't know. It's been quite the ride. It's been like one of those rides for me, dude, because I'm kind of indica sensitive that like I've been bordering on like one of those panic attacks you get when you're so stoned, like, oh my God, the room's caving in. So yeah, this is a really fucking powerful fucking strain. So if you like powerful fucking indicas, I don't know, maybe it's because of the fucking fight or flight I fucking feel. You can probably feel I've been tapping your fucking leg, dude. Like I'm like,
yeah, he's usually not like,
yeah, like
he's acting like me right now.
Yeah.
Like my baseline though.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're just vibrating so fucking hardcore that like I'm fucking
like a cat purring.
Yeah, I'm like Michael J. Fox at a parking meter.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my God.
So anyways,
I feel the indica. I definitely don't feel indica'd out at all though.
That's what I'm saying. Like it I mean,
it must hit in a while.
I mean, I have taken, if you want to count, 5-6 hits maybe. Yeah, I don't know, but it's definitely more than meets the eye. Da-na-na-na-na-na. What's that from? G.I. Joe?
G.I. Joe.
Was it G.I. Joe? More than meets the eye. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I think so.
Something like that. Quickest ways to get horny. I think for a man, all you got to do is literally even touch him. Even his shoulder.
Yeah.
Hot girl comes up to a man, goes like this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's in love with me, yo. No, I don't know. Or even just a whiff in the air of, possibilities.
Yeah.
Maybe he's sitting by the pool, sees a pretty, seemingly single-looking girl come over and sit down, and maybe he starts to get about, because he's like,
yeah,
I can get her because I'm fucking cool. I don't know. I think that's all it literally takes for a man. I don't know. As far as women goes, I don't know. Show her the man's bank account?
No, that does not do it for me.
Then why don't we solve the mystery about how women seemingly hide this shit like they're a fucking Navy SEAL or James Bond? You guys have this level of ability to be able to hide or stave off horniness like it's a magic trick. You know, I mean, I'm sure you're all horny as fuck.
Accurate.
I'm sure you're all horny as fuck, but you have the ability to hide it like it's the fucking Ark of the Covenant.
There was a time, yeah, but now there's like...
Whereas guys will fuck a hole in the wall. You know, I mean, dude, I'm just saying, you know, and you guys hide it like you're fucking David Copperfield.
I guess they probably hide it because most women hide it because they can, you know, take care of it with toys or whatever, even if they don't have a man. And so
I think it's
easier.
a defense mechanism.
You're actually onto something there. That's accurate too.
Yeah, that's
probably deeper and accurate. Yes, because go ahead.
What?
Whatever you're thinking, you can let it out.
What am I thinking?
I don't know. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it came from years.
Right now, what makes me horny is hearing my man's voice. That's about it.
I am the captain now.
It's not that.
I am the captain fucking now.
Good luck with that, buddy.
Yeah. So would you agree? Yeah. But, okay. So have we solved that mystery?
No.
We haven't solved it?
I think there's such an array of things that could potentially make a woman horny, like...
Okay. Is it too long?
I don't think I could even start to encompass all the possibilities, but...
Oh my God, we're getting all technical here.
Yeah, I know, but for real, it could be anything related to any of the senses. A certain scent, a certain, you know, a lot of things.
Yeah. Dude, I think it depends what, dude, yeah. It's
pheromones for one. If you vibe with a person.
It's so different for a dude, especially when you're younger. As you get older, it takes a little bit more like time for the car to warm up. But when you're younger, bro, I
disagree.
mean, even a fucking whiff of fucking, dude, even a little breeze that went up my shorts when I was 18 years old, I mean, dude, I'm telling you. But I mean, nowadays it
don't take longer to warm up the car for women, maybe for men.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Or not for me. Let me speak for myself.
Yeah, because you're, you know.
That's no.
Yeah, people get addicted to your shit.
Really?
That's what you fucking said last episode.
Yes, but that's not what I was implying right now. And I did not say it like that either. I implied something.
No, I said it.
I inferred.
I like the different methods of contraception.
Contraception, continue.
Yeah, there's different methods of contraception out there, and I thought we would go from the worst ideas to the best. Starting out
That's
with
a complicated question.
No. The worst is what I refer to as either the nut and bolt or the pump and dump. That's where a guy just nuts in you and he bolts. No contraception.
That's not contraception, so okay.
Right, that's the worst form, is to nut and bolt, because the guy doesn't even fucking stick around.
I don't see how that's even on the list, because there's no contraception happening or attempt at it whatsoever.
Exactly, but that's what we used to do growing up. We used to just throw caution to the fucking wind. Well, maybe not you, but there's plenty of us out there that just threw caution to the wind.
Are you serious? That's
dude. You
wow.
don't think there's a percentage of men out there for the last several decades, including now, who nut and bolt? Why do you
there's
think
a
there
percentage,
are so
but that can't
many
be like
fatherless kids?
Oh God, this is what the teenagers are doing.
Because they nutted and bolted.
Oh my God.
Or the better, it's still a really bad form of contraception because there's no contraception going on at all, but it's called the spray and pray. The guy still somehow sprays inside with no form of birth control. Happens a lot out there. But the guy doesn't run away. They stick around and they pray. They take plan B, you know, they get a spanking. I don't know what the fuck happens, but you know, that is the next worst method of contraception. Number 3 would be the pull and pray.
Yeah, pull and pray is a thing.
The pull and pray. I was one. If there was an Olympics for pulling and praying, I would have been a gold medalist.
Yeah, I get it.
There are so many children out there that are thankful that they weren't born because of my ability to pull out.
Pull out game strong. Good job.
Yeah, I pull out game is so strong, bro.
Oh my god.
Dude, nobody gives each other open-handed anything anymore.
That's not true.
You know the whole reason for open hands?
It's called energy exchange.
Dude, it goes back to the 1800s. People used to shake hands to show that they didn't have a weapon. Mm-hmm. That's literally where it comes from.
Yeah, but I didn't try to shake your hand, motherfucker.
Then what the fuck were you trying?
Give you a high five.
But you literally equated it into an energy exchange. What are we, the fucking Star Trek Enterprise?
Yeah.
Yeah?
For now.
Okay.
Whatever makes you happy. I don't know what to tell you anymore.
Fucking beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah. Look at it any way you need to.
What? Do I need an energy exchange? I mean, my God. What the hell's going on here?
You need, like, dialysis.
Oh, that's so funny.
What's so funny is looking at you in your eyes and realizing, like, oh, you want to fucking, like, unload, but you're still not, like, ready or want to do it. You're scared a little bit. I don't know what it is. It's okay. As long as you can come up with something creative and, you know, worthy, I'll respect it. Go ahead. Yeah, he's stuck like that.
The next level of going up from bad to, you know, less bad. Ready? Fucking without vaginal penetration.
What, like dry humping?
No. It gets even... No.
What?
Yes. There have been... Yeah, okay. I was too at first. It took me decades to figure this out until me and this girl reunited, and I had to ask her about this again, and I got the fucking full scoop of how this went. But...
Wow!
There was a guy who was a virgin, right?
Yeah.
And he thought he was having sex for the first time.
This is a true story.
He thought he was inside of her, but he actually wasn't.
Fuck was he?
I think he was in between, like, her butt cheeks, like, below that, like, cavity. Because he didn't get it into the vagina. So it had to have been either, like, rubbing up and down on top of the pussy, or it had to be, like, in the butthole space, like, below the entry, because it was missionary. Yeah, so everything was evidently very wet down there, and he just took his boner and he mushed it up against her thighs or something, had an orgasm.
How come she didn't say anything?
I literally don't
Maybe
recall.
he came really quick. Maybe it was just like he rubbed it on there and he was like, oh, this feels good. You know?
But literally, he had thought that they had sex.
Oh, and he wasn't drunk or anything?
No. They were just young. They were like 15, 16 years old. This is a long time ago.
I mean, wow. Good for him. I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah, it's a good way not to get pregnant. You know, he came. And
I don't imagine it was that great for her, but I mean...
It was for him, and that's all that matters, right?
Oh, fuck you. Piece of shit.
Oh, fucking shit. I've even heard of people using saran wrap as a condom.
I feel like I've heard that before, too, but that's so stupid, like...
No. I would say that equates with people using like an apple or an orange to smoke weed out of. It sounds like it wouldn't work, but it does.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, I mean...
It's like, what is the alternative to a condom? There's really nothing else you can think of, right? Like, what would be the go-to thing if you didn't have a condom?
I'm willing to bet you if you were to poll men that were in high school from the 80s through the 2000s, how many have thought about using saran wrap as a means? I mean, it would have to be at least 20, 30, 40%. Has to be. It's ran through my mind, and
That's
even
funny.
though I was absolutely retarded when I was younger, way more than I am now, believe it or not, if that's possible, I didn't, even though I thought it, I didn't do it.
Yo.
How about putting a Ziploc bag inside of the pussy? Like a dental dam or some shit.
Well, that's a thing, but there's also a female condom, don't forget. I never used one, but that's what that is. It's like something that goes inside, like, you know?
What, like an IED?
No, an IUD is a little weird thing shaped like a T that's way up in your
No, it's
throat.
an IED.
I don't know what that is. What's an IED?
An IED?
Yeah.
Improvised explosive device. No, you don't want that inside of you.
Oh my God.
What does the ICU stand for? Or not ICU. What's the fucking acronym that goes up your fucking... I don't know where the fuck it goes.
IUD.
Isn't there something they can put in your armpit or something now?
Yeah, that's the implanted thing underneath your skin. Yeah, no. Yeah.
But you're in menopause now, right? So that's not a problem.
Absolutely not. Fuck off. What is wrong with this motherfucker?
I don't know.
Where to begin?
Next level up, you can actually wear a condom, but even that's not too really safe.
Why isn't it? I never had any issues with condoms.
Condoms break. They slide
Every
off.
once in a great while, it's still better to try to use a condom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Plus, it might make the dude last a little longer when he's like typical when it comes to sex.
It's better than nothing, but it's it's still not bulletproof.
Take my advice.
The pill is more.
Young boys wear condoms so you can actually last more than 37 seconds, and even then it's going to be hard, but maybe you'll become conditioned,
See, and that's why we have so much fucking condoms floating through the ocean, because we have all these little fucking boys out here, or men, or boys to men, or whatever the fuck. I mean, they're all fucking trying to last longer, because Jamie put out some kind of Pornhub video that says, hey, wear a condom and jerk off with it so you can fucking last longer in
There's
the bedroom.
also the fact that it's the right thing to do so you don't have an unwanted child. But I'm just trying to appeal to you and what make you, consider this more.
Yeah, that'll save the planet.
It's not about saving the planet.
Yeah, that'll save us from getting to 11 billion people before we blow each other up.
Yo, the Y chromosome is disappearing. Calm down.
Or you can dry hump.
Yeah.
If you dry pump, dry pump, whatever the fuck kind of pump it is. I mean, hey,
it's all the same.
It'll leave a mess in your underwear, but at least you won't get fucking pregnant.
Right.
Hey, why is it that abortion is illegal in some places, yet there are hundreds, if not millions, of murdered children in my hamper over there?
Well, here's the other thing. Did you see the bill that was just passed?
No.
By 5 states that if you have an abortion, you can be put to death. You murdered something. You're going to get convicted of homicide.
Dude.
Texas is about to sign too.
I committed a mass murder then down the fucking kitchen sink then this morning.
I bet you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hypocrisy is insane and fucked up. And you want to talk about violating rights? Like, I can't.
Violating rights? Is there a civil right that was infringed upon?
If you're going to fucking put somebody to death,
hey,
I would say yes.
You're looking at me like I'm the politician that created the bill that's preventing whatever needs to be done. You know?
Never mind the transgender thing.
Hey, I'm just a court fucking jester, dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't get involved in this shit. Right now. You know what? Make a bumper sticker about the cause to change it, and I'll put it on my car.
Get right on that.
That is going to fucking solve something right there.
Can you put a sign in your front yard too, please?
Yes, that might even... Yeah, that could change the world.
Help.
It could. It could change the fucking planet.
Sure.
You know what could absolutely change the planet for you? Would be picking yourself up a nice sack of...
Apple mints.
I'm looking for
Apple mints.
Apple fucking mints. It's a great strain. I just can't remember the name because it's got me fucked up.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we've run out of time for this week, but fortunately, there's always next episode too. But no, seriously, if you're looking for an indica dominant strain, look no further than Apple Mints. It's available, I'm sure, somewhere near you. Thanks again for tuning in. If you go ahead and smash that like button, we would appreciate it so much because it would reach a whole nother level of audience the more likes and views that we get, which is all we're trying to do, guys. Not to make any money. We know that's never going to happen on here.
Cannabis enthusiasts unite.
Yeah, we're just trying to unite some fucking people, man. You know, but yeah.
Check out Stoner Gump too.
If you could do all that, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit notifications so you get notified when new videos come out. And even comment, which helps out a lot. And sharing the video helps out even more. Once again, everybody, thanks again for tuning in. I'm John.
I'm Jamie.
And...
This is Blazed and Infused.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will see you.
And we are blazed and somewhat infused.
No, I'm more fucking blazed than fucking anything. The only thing I'm infused with is a whole lot of fucking THC. All right, everybody. We will see you next week. Until then, bye. Bye. Yeah, see you later.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. I get the last word.
Fuck off.